Dave Flores on tonight live from our Vista studio, and I want to welcome you to the Round Table Friends. We're going to start with some news issues, and then we're going to get into a lighter side. We'll be over reviewing the Bates Nut Farm Food Truck Festival, so that's coming up. But the first thing I wanted to do was reiterate from last week, April 24th's program, about the nuclear waste issue at San Onofre and what's going on there. Basically, we have the nuclear waste canister issue, and as you might recall, there was one dangling 18 feet in the air for an hour helplessly as they were trying to get these things into the ground. And it's just, you know, it's a very important situation. What I wanted to do basically tonight was just remind you that if somebody hasn't seen that program, they can click on it on the North County SD Live channel, April 24th broadcast. And I wanted to reiterate also that we have two House of Representative congressmen that represent the North County, and they are Mike Levin and Duncan Hunter. And we have a board up. We'd like you to call. We'll try to keep it simple, but just give them a call regardless of what area of North County you're in. And what I'm recommending is you call them both and just tell them you need to work together, because right now the House is considering this issue as far as getting this waste out of here and away from the millions of people that live within 50 miles of the San Onofre plant. And of course, it's very dangerous nuclear waste. So at any rate, I hope you get a chance to look at that are shared. So meanwhile, we had a horrible, horrible situation. It's been all over the national news, as you know, the Poway Synagogue shooting. We're also going to cover North County Breweries. Those are two subjects that are obviously very different. But we're going to cover that tonight, and hope you'll stay with us also for the Bates Brothers Food Truck Festival, because that was a fun outing. And there was a surprise there, too, that happened to me that I won't tell you about right now. But let's start with the Poway Synagogue shooting. We all know now, 19-year-old John Ernest, this man who came in with the rifle, started shooting. I mean, it's just a horrible, horrible thing. You don't need to, you know, keep hearing this and getting pounded on it. But there's a few points I wanted to bring up that I think are important. What I'd like to do is roll to a part of the interview that the rabbi gave and just talk a little bit about part of that interview. So. Okay, we're attempting to get that to play.
Has been discharged from the hospital, and they are in recovery. Miraculously, just miraculously, the gun jammed. And in attendance at the synagogue, there was a Border Patrol off-duty agent, Mr. Jonathan Morales, who recently discovered his Jewish roots. He would travel 3.5 hours from El Centro to pray with us at our shul, at our temple. He felt great camaraderie here. He felt this is his house of worship. And many of times I'd say, Jonathan, you work for the Border Patrol. Please arm yourself when you are here. We never know when we'll need it. As soon as the gun jammed and as soon as the shouting was going on, he jumped up in pursuit. Oscar Stewart, a former soldier, jumped into action. He tried to tackle down the gunman. The gunman just exited, ran away, got into his car. This is all I understand from hearsay. I didn't see it. And Jonathan pursued him and was able to discharge his weapon and got the car a few times. After the shooter left, this terrorist left, I turned around to assess the situation. And I walk into the lobby, and I see Lori laying on the floor unconscious. And her dear husband, Dr. Howard Kay, who's like a brother to me, is trying to resuscitate her.
Wow.
And he faints, and he's laying there on the floor next to his wife. Mm-hmm. And then the daughter.
Yeah. So basically, you see the horror there. I mean, that's gut-wrenching stuff. But there's a couple points that I came out with that I just wanted to share, and I think they're important. One is that Jonathan Morales, who attended the church from El Centro, was, the rabbi said, and come armed, because you never know what will happen. And that says something about the mentality of what's going on around us. So we have a serious issue. I know you know that. I'm not trying to tell you anything you don't know. But I'm hoping that we can work this out together. This shooter, 19 years old, that's another incredible thing. He's just a kid, in a way. At any rate, he also went to Escondido previously and burned a mosque. And so, you look at that and you think, wow, this guy, he attacks a mosque, and he also attacks a Jewish synagogue. So, this guy had some real issues as far as what the hate and, of course, all the violence that followed. But here's an interesting thing, too. I don't know if you've heard this, but he was actually a nursing student at Scripps Hospital. And, there was a comment from Chris Van Gorder, who's the Scripps president and CEO. And his quote is this. He says, "My rage only got worse when I learned the shooter was a nursing student who had performed some of his critical training at Scripps Hospital." And he also said, "How can anyone who is training or has been trained to save lives take the life of another because of hate?" And so this 19-year-old was a nursing student, learning to help save lives. So, at any rate, I know as time goes on, we're going to figure this out and learn more about it. The other issue is that the district attorney has so far not filed for the death penalty. It's unknown whether or not they're going to ask for it. But I'd like to bring this up a little bit, and that is that our governor, Gavin Newsom, has suspended enforcement of the death penalty, even when the voters approved that on the ballot. So right now it's suspended. Now technically, which affects over 700 people on death row, by the way. But we'll have to see where this goes. The district attorney can still ask for the death penalty. That's still on the books. What Newsom is doing is suspending enforcement of it while he's governor. That's basically what the moratorium is. So just to clarify that. So we're going to see what happens in this case, this horrible case that's affected our North County in such a horrible way. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with all the victims of that situation. Just so. At any rate, so I want to move on. We're going to go to a lighter subject. The lighter subject is on the light side. Now, the North County Breweries, and by the way, breweries are a huge cottage industry, if you will, in San Diego and San Diego County. So as we know, they're popping up everywhere, a lot of mom and pop situations. Well, first of all, the local breweries are facing a rash of burglaries and break-ins across tasting rooms and some wineries all across the county. Originally to be isolated in about 5 locations across the county, now as many as 18 breweries have been affected. These are as far north as Temecula, Murrieta, and Vista, Oceanside, Rancho Bernardo, San Marcos, and as far as Scripps Ranch and Sereno Valley have all reported burglaries and vandalism on the breweries in our area. Well, but there's good news for the breweries because they just attended a big show, and that was the Los Angeles International Beer Competition. That's an annual event that goes on in Los Angeles at the Fairplex. 8 North County breweries together won 24 awards. And so we're bragging about that right now because these breweries are mostly mom and pop operations. They work hard at what they do. They're small business, they're growing, and we want to be sure to give our support to them and brag about them a little bit. So I'm going to mention some in the North County, what went on. San Marcos has Rip Current. They got 3 gold medals. And then Carlsbad has Bergen, which got 2 gold, 1 silver. And then in Carlsbad Village, you have Pizza Port, who got 1 gold, 2 silver. And then Roller in Carlsbad got 1 gold, 1 bronze, 1 honorable mention. Also in Carlsbad, Para Marcis. They got 2 silver and 4 bronze. And then Ramona, way out Ramona, there's the Smoking Cannon. And they got 1 silver and 1 bronze medal. And the Belching Beaver in Oceanside has something to brag about. They got 1 gold medal. The Booze Brothers in Vista got 1 gold medal. And Indian Joe in Vista got 1 silver. And the thing is about these brews that they're getting these awards for, I wanted to mention a few of the names and the categories in case you're not familiar. There's a lot of creativity going on these brews. For instance, the categories that they're judging, one is called chocolate or cocoa beer. Chocolate beer, basically. Well, the Belching Beaver did get an award, and they got it for the Mexican Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout. Mexican Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout. Yeah, actually sounds good. I'm hungry now. Then here's another one, a specialty beer category. And here, the Epic Brewing Indian Joe out in Vista got it for this one. The specialty beer was called Ham for the Holidays. Ham for the holidays. I'm getting hungry again. But support your local brewery and stop by and have a taste of some of these amazing. One that I had tasted up in Temecula, and that one, let's see, it was not the Earthquake Brewery. It's the brewery that, Shockwave. At any rate, it was called Chocolate Raisin Oatmeal Cookie beer. And I took a swig of that, and you know what? You could actually taste that. So, nowadays it's just about anything goes on some of the brews, and it's a lot of fun. So, at any rate, that's on the lighter side, and that's a good thing for us to do. A couple other things I'd like to mention before we move on, and that is that our Small Business Roundtable is a program that we're getting started here, and we want small businesses to participate. But the first thing I wanted to do was just note again that the small business growth in North County is burgeoning. More than 80% of the small businesses along the State Route 78 corridor expect to grow financially over the next 2 years, according to a study. This was just released by San Diego Regional Economic Development Corporation and Innovate 78. According to this study, 85% of these businesses, for instance, Carlsbad, Escondido, Vista, all along this corridor, expect to see financial growth in the next 24 months. And that's a positive sign because a lot of them are going to be hiring. So that's good for our jobs too. So we want to support small business in the North County. And we'd like anybody who has a friend who's in a small business, or if you own a small business, we'd like you to contact us and see if you'd like to join us on the Small Business Roundtable. If you'd like to participate, just leave us a message at theroundtablefriends.com. We don't charge you for this. This is something where if you're a small business, we want you to come in, sit at the round table. We'll talk about your business, what got you started, your motivations. Just share it with us. And of course, we'll share it with everybody out there as far as what you're up to. So we want to be sure to let you know about that. Also, don't forget about Cruisin' Grand. Cruisin' Grand, 20 years in Escondido. Fridays, 5 o'clock is when it starts. And we go out there and we've covered some of the events out there. You can take a look as you're watching this channel, North County SD Live. You'll see some other videos you might like to look at because it's a lot of fun out there. And we'd sure like to see you out there. We're attempting to get out there every week. And last week I sort of fumbled it. I went out there with, it didn't work out too good. But we do go live out there. And it's a lot of fun. I'd like you to tell a friend about it. And more importantly, come out and see us. And maybe we'll get to talk with you. And you can join us, okay? So, at any rate, we're going to be back after a commercial break, which isn't really commercial. I mean, it's small businesses that are supporting this program, and we'd like you to see and know who they are. And we'll be back after that, and we'll be looking at the Bates Brothers event. And also want to mention that our sponsors are QuizShowMania.com and RC Video Productions.
Quiz Show Mania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment. Quiz Show Mania! Great for shopping malls, schools, company parties, special events, church groups, team building, and seminars, because it's fun for all ages. Quiz Show Mania will work with you every step of the way to customize your experience and value.
Which of Earth's 5 oceans is the smallest?
Indian?
No.
Red?
No. Arctic.
Quiz Show Mania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment.
Attract more people to your business with a custom video commercial. RC Video Productions is an Escondido company specializing in marketing video for both small and large businesses. Advertising in print with local coupon books, magazines, and newspapers isn't nearly as effective as reaching customers who stare at their smartphone all day. Let us help you reach them with your own custom video commercial. Along with high-quality video, RC Video Productions employs social media marketing strategies when producing video commercials to increase visibility and interest in your business. If you own a restaurant, coffee shop, retail store, yoga studio, or offer a service such as phone or auto repair, we have a package price tailored to your business. RC Video Productions can also handle the complete campaign from strategy to production to digital distribution. Contact us now to book a meeting or schedule a shoot and receive $100 off. Put your advertising message directly in front of your potential customer with RC Video Productions.
Okay, so let's go ahead now. The Bates Brothers Food Truck Festival happened this past Saturday. I believe that was the 27th of April. And just went out there and just kind of went for it. And, hope that you enjoy it a little bit like I did. And I ran into something I think very special and very important there. And you'll see as we go along. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So, Bates Brothers, they're out in Valley Center on Woods Valley Road, as you might know, off of Valley Center Road. And they have all kinds of great stuff. They're famous for their pumpkin festival, all kinds of things that they do. There we go. So welcome to the Bates Nut Farm, and let's just roll this, and I'll kind of narrate with you a little bit on it. As you can see here, it was a picture-perfect day out there. That field we're looking at, they usually will grow pumpkins in the fall. So the Food Truck Festival is really just that. I've never been to one, but you can see there a lot of cars, and the whole day was just, filled with families. And here's some of the food trucks. They had a pretty good turnout. I was there about 1:30 in the afternoon or so, and they had, the tables were pretty well, and you can see the lines for the trucks, and just a great place. There's Pomerado Rosso, which is Italian food truck. This one's cool. Good and evil menu. Good is vegetarian, evil is non-vegetarian, but they had all of these things. That's called Eat Your Heart Out. No utensils are necessary for that. Now here was a fragrant one. This is lobster. Lobster. And there is a specialty truck with the lobster. They were offering it to me, but I couldn't take it because I had to hold the camera.
Thank you, bye. Film my meat right there. Cheers.
All right. Cousins, they look pretty famous.
Yeah, check it out.
Look at all these endorsements.
Food Network, Master Chef, CNN, Good Morning America, History Channel. I mean, these guys been around.
Cousins Maine Lobster was a big hit here.
That was Cousins. Maine Lobster. And this approved by the Belgian Ministry of Waffle Affairs. With the Belgian flag. You had all the Belgian waffles. Here, this is the surprise.
I went down for the first time in March 2006 to this hospital in Honduras, and the children were literally dying. They didn't have food, they didn't have medicine, they didn't have soap or toilet paper, syringes. They had 3 old rusted horse syringes that they were using on these really tiny malnourished arms. And I just this isn't right, we have to do something. And so my husband and I started this 13 years ago.
13 years ago? You don't look a day older than 13 years ago.
I'm not.
Yeah, Sean came back from this mission, obviously changed, quit her job. We had no idea how we were going to raise money for it, but the coffee opened up. It's just one door after another that we couldn't have opened for ourselves that opened for us.
Somebody else did, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody up there.
Yeah. And so the more I saw it, the more committed I became to it.
Good.
We've been doing it since 2006.
I'm just taking a look at your logo there. A Cup of Hope, Coffee for Kids Honduras.
We have a Facebook page and we have a website.
And what are those?
The Facebook page is Coffee for Kids Honduras, and the website is coffeeforkidshonduras.com.
Great. Well, we'll be broadcasting this on the internet Wednesday. We have a station we've started in North County. It's called North County SD Live.
Another shameless
So we're
plug
also
on
on
my part.
Facebook and on YouTube. But we do an actual live broadcast from our studio in Vista on Wednesdays.
Oh, nice.
And, I'll take your card because maybe we could have you guys come in sometime and really talk about your
I left my
do you have a
cards.
card with you?
I
don't either. Boy, we're real prepared today, aren't we? That's okay, though. I'm going to take a quick look here at, you have the coffee. This is coffee rub?
Yeah, this is a sample while it's open.
Oh, so you use that for cooking?
Yeah, it's for barbecuing or roasting. If you're a meat lover, it's good on chicken or meat. Oh yeah, we have this.
Thank you.
And if you don't eat meat, you put it on like tofu or carrots or sweet.
So it's an actual coffee product?
Yeah, we make it. The person who makes it for me is a real pit master, and this is his own special recipe.
Coffee rub. That sounds really intriguing to do a barbecue with coffee rub on it.
She uses it for vegetables. She'll cube squash, drizzle it with olive oil, and put some of that over the top of it.
It's very tasty.
Great. By the way, are some of these kids coming up from these caravans we're hearing about?
No, they don't have anything to do with the caravans. They're completely separate.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some needy kids that do, but I guess,
they're completely separate entities.
Yeah, it's hard to tell now from what we're hearing,
Well, there's a lot of hype in the news.
Yes.
That's not necessarily accurate.
Right.
Because the caravan are people that are leaving Honduras. These kids are staying in Honduras.
Right.
So they're two completely.
So they need help.
They need a lot of
The
help.
hospital's like cake, right? They run out of everything, and the parents are poor. They make a few dollars a day. And so they'll take a child on a bus, 2, 3, 4 hours to get them to the public hospital because there aren't that many of them.
Right.
And then a med student will write them a $20, $30, $40 prescription that they can't afford.
I see.
And so that's where we're stepping in. We're doing vacation Bible school with the children, and we're also buying them medicines and
Saline,
just basics.
Awesome. And can I get your names again? Your name again?
My name is Sean Plowman.
Glenn Plowman.
Thank you so much. So you tune in and you'll see yourselves on that. Maybe we'll get some traffic your way.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. You have a nice day. Ooh, yeah. Love that music. Yeah, they had a great band out there. And look at that, big empty dance floor. But a lot of people, you had your beer and wine, but you had a lot of people out there at those tables enjoying and loving that music. On our, we have a program on Facebook and YouTube weekly.
Okay.
And our channel is North County SD Live.
Okay. Well, hi.
Do you think that's too long of a name? North County SD Live?
Oh, North County SD Live.
Yeah, what do you think? Maybe we should shorten that, huh?
NCSD Live?
There you go. How about ncsdlive.com?
.com. Yes.
You know what? We just got that. We just got that address on the web.
Awesome.
So we better shorten it. But
NCSDlive.com.
Right. And what? Yeah. Well, speaking of sweet, take a look here at Country Cakes. Oh my. Oh, here's the real deal over here.
Oh yeah, come on. Let me
Let's do this.
show you my wares.
My.
We have chocolate chip cookie dough, vanilla, lemon. We've also got some chocolate, vanilla.
It looks so wonderful.
Cake pops are very popular.
Cake pops, right.
Very popular. Lemon, chocolate, and vanilla. I also make the Rice Krispies.
Oh yes, the Rice Krispies. And there's Snickerdoodle Blondies right next to them.
Yes, and the most popular are my lemon bars. They sell out every time.
Oh really?
Those are made with local Meyer lemons.
Local Meyer lemons?
Local Meyer lemons and local eggs.
That helps.
Farm fresh.
Locally sourced.
Yes.
That's great. Now people, they watch our program here on the internet. What's the easiest way for them to reach you?
The best way to reach me is texting or calling.
Okay.
They could also email me. I do have a Facebook page that they could look me up.
There you go, because we're on Facebook Live as we're speaking.
Country Cakes, and then just look for my logo.
There you go. Hey, that's easy to remember.
Yes.
Country Cakes.
Yes.
By Rachel Alicio. Yes. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you Rachel?
I am Rachel.
Wow. So we get to actually speak with the owner.
Yes, and this is all baked with love.
Oh. And you know, that's something that you just can't quantify. It's just baked in, and that's that.
Yes, it is. It is. I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Well, you know, and you're at a good place here, Bates Brothers Nut Farm today.
Oh my goodness.
With all the food trucks.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's a gorgeous day. Life does not get any better than this.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you.
you have some customers coming. You have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. So well, it's about that time. It's about 3 o'clock, so I think it's slowing down, and just kind of give you a little taste of what's going on. Yeah, there were a lot of vendors there, and you can tell if you were shopping, a lot of that stuff looked pretty interesting. You know, you definitely, Bates Brothers is a good place to go out and enjoy these festivals they do. You get local vendors with unique items, and it's just, you know, especially when you got the weather like that, it's a great day, and you want to do that. You're going to spend some money, though, I'll warn you about that. But the parking is free, and there's plenty of good food even without the food trucks. They have a snack area and a barbecue, always. And of course here they even had ice cream and some other things besides the cookies and
So that was the day at Bates Nut Farm, although I think I got to go look at those donuts real quick. I just wanted to watch those donuts for a minute.
Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you, have a great rest of your day.
That couldn't be good.
So Does that donut machine ever need help, or does it just do it all?
It usually does it by itself unless
one doesn't flip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're always keeping an eye on it.
Yes.
But it doesn't get any.
Keeping it on track.
It doesn't get any fresher than this.
No.
Would you like to try one?
Well, yeah, I think I would. I know they're awesome. I know they are.
She caught me off guard.
But I don't know if a lot of our viewers have ever seen this, except at the fair.
I think strawberry.
Sure. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, you can't let them get away. Can't let them get away. Wow, look at this. This is amazing.
These are real strawberry glaze.
Real strawberry glaze?
Mm-hmm. Mashed up and whipped up all nice.
How nice.
Yeah.
What's the name? This is Danky Donuts?
Danky Donuts.
That's cool. Danky Donuts.
Yeah.
DD. So you just go to like events and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
How do people get a hold of you if they want you to bring your
follow
donuts?
us on Instagram. Our boss who owns the company.
Right.
So he just had a baby yesterday, so he's out doing that. Yeah, but just follow us on Instagram at Danky Donuts.
Danky Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
D-A-N-K-Y Donuts.
Yes.
Okay.
There's our card. You can get a hold of us. It's a little powdery.
Can I get a card? No, let me get. Yeah, it's got donuts on it. I'll do that. We're on North County SD Live, which is it's a channel on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
So we're gonna Wednesdays at 7 we go live from Vista and we do a studio show.
Okay.
But I'll make some of these cuts, and so you might want to watch because you'll be on there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Now I got to do this.
rest of your day.
Thank you. You guys too. Oh my, look at this. This is real strawberries, like she said. Oh yeah. Oh my. Delicious. So I ended up getting some swag after all. A couple of donuts. But I just couldn't bring myself to buy a whole bag because I know I'd eat them all. But oh my, nothing like those little fresh donuts. So now it's time to say goodbye. Picture perfect day at Bates Nut Farm. The food trucks and other assorted item festival. And the parking's kind of nice, you know, it's grass. You just park on the grass, and they got the wood chips down, keep the dust down. This is a cool deal. Oh, I forgot to also mention those kids. Look at that. They have the slide and lots of stuff for kids over there, including some animals to pet. So it's a well-rounded place. Bates Nut Farm, Valley Center.
Oh yes, yes. Bates Nut Farm, yes. And I was really surprised by Sean and Glenn Plowman when I went to that Coffee for Kids Honduras. I mean, they had a lot of cool stuff there that I didn't show you, but they do sell a lot of coffee specialties, and they hooked up with a grower in Honduras who's a real top-end gourmet coffee grower, and he partnered with them so that they're able to sell a very high-end product at a very low price, and of course all those profits go to help the kids in Honduras. And I just think that's a wonderful thing. I'd like to be able to get them on the program sometime and really talk at length about their ministry, because consider they've put in 13 years of their lives in this thing. It's a pretty, good commitment. So, at any rate, yeah, and the camera was shaking around and stuff like that. And I know Rich is going to help me with that. There's some kind of a thing I think I can wear that'll help stabilize cameras when I have to go out. It's always better when Rich does it. You already know that, right? Okay. All right. Well, at any rate, so that kind of wraps it up. I mean, we had to kind of, talk about the Poway shooting reluctantly, but, it's a world of facts and figures, and I think the more we know, the more we can process and understand what's going on. The nuclear waste thing, another big deal like that. But then you have our breweries, small businesses out there competing and winning, gold medals and silver and bronze for their brews, and a lot of creativity goes on in North County. We'd like to be a part of that. We hope you'll join us. And if you have any comments or suggestions besides go jump in the lake, you can go to theroundtablefriends.com and give us your comments on the program. If you have any ideas, we'd like to know about those too, as long as they have nothing to do with jumping in a cold lake. I'll stop, right? But if you'd like to participate, leave us a message at theroundtablefriends.com. We're North County's local live program every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and we appreciate you. And hopefully we'll see you out at Cruising Grand on Friday. So, for everybody here, for Rich, thanks for coming in, Rich. Rich Cruz Productions, don't forget about that. And of course, Quiz Show Mania. We'd like to see you later. So, should I try the salute again? There we go. Dick Clark used to do that, right? No, I won't go for a fake pompadour, I promise. But he was my hero. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching The Round Table Friends.